So, welcome.
Thank you.
It's the first time we've kind of done it like this in CNS for a long time. I was saying off air that we done something years ago with Dylan Barnett. He came back from England. Dylan would have played for me, and we done something like this. It was up in my apartment. We just set it all up and we just talked about football and his journey, I suppose. Obviously today we're here to talk about our new goalkeeping academy. So how's things with you?
Not too bad, you know what I mean? Lads had a game the weekend, coaching with the under 15s. So had a game the weekend, you know, just doing alright in yourself, man.
Yeah, good. I'm not coaching the team. I'm not allowed.
That's fair enough,
I have to focus on CNS.
That's respectful, yeah.
Obviously I was in the League of Ireland for like 5 years, but now time to focus on the business, time to focus on stuff like what we're doing here.
That's it,
you know, we've a lot of good things happening in CNS at the moment, and if you look at CNS since I left the League of Ireland, it's gone through the roof, you know, and even the fact that we get to sit down today and have a chat and then show people what we're doing with our goalkeeping academy is exciting. So yeah, no, we're good, I'm enjoying it. How are you finding CNS?
CNS, beneficial, not only for, you know, me as a coach, but me as a person, you know what I mean? Great people, great community. Like when I was younger and I was watching my friends do CNS and stuff like that, they're going on to play for Premier League of Ireland standard and stuff like that. So I always thought, it's very serious, it's this, it's that, it's only for the best of the best. But since joining, man, I've kind of realised it's for everyone, and I love that, you know what I mean? Because when I was younger, I wasn't always on the best team, wasn't always with the best players. So now seeing that kids who are at that level and then being able to take them from that level and build them up and make them better, man, it makes me happy, and I'm glad I can add to it as well with not only the goalkeeping academy but just jumping in on the sessions every Friday and Monday.
Absolutely, and it's funny that you say that, because when you would have been talking about that time, like it would have been around the place that CNS is only for the best players. And that used to bother me. You know, because when I used to coach in Joe's, and I would see like all these players getting, the Premier players would get, and rightly so, you know, they would get like the likes of myself, the likes of Mick Brown would be coaching, you know, and then if you look down at like, you know, the teams that were under us, you know, I felt all these kids, they love football just as much as the best ones. See what I mean? As your mates and stuff. And for me, I left Joe's to kind of really focus on CNS years and years ago. And my mission when I left was to make sure that CNS was for everybody. And that's even a question now that we get asked. Like some kids will come in or they won't come in. Like I had an email literally this weekend, and the kid was supposed to come in and the kid said, "No, I'm not good enough for that." And like that for me, that breaks my heart, because CNS is for everybody.
For everybody,
Do you know what I mean? Yes, we have some of the best players around. We've also got kids that are coming in, as you've seen now, because you've been on the inside. Some kids they're only starting off.
Entry level,
Absolutely, and I say to all the coaches, like, listen, you see the guys that our levels are lower. There's where you get the most satisfaction as a coach, especially as a young coach, because you can make the most impact on them players. You know what I mean? Like if you look at some of the higher end players that we have, like they've already got so much going on. Whereas these kids that are coming in at entry level, if you like, or with less experience, they've got so much development in them, and fast, quick wins for a young coach. So for us, it's a great point that you're making, and when you start talking about it, I kind of got excited inside, because it's something that I've wanted to speak about, and it's something that I've wanted to kind of get across to the people, that CNS is for everybody, and we have levels for everybody, and we have the capability to coach each of them levels.
That's a credit to the coaches, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Being able to accommodate to different standards, like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, different age groups, different levels. You know, and I always say, little saying that we always say in CNS is, when the players come in, now not all the kids, but when the kids come in, we almost have to teach them how to train in our environment. You know what I mean? Like, you know, concentration, focus, settle down, you know, listen to your coaches. But I'm sure that you can back up, because we've spoke many times about this, it's not that serious. Like, yes, there's a serious element to it when the coach is talking, but the crack that we have,
it's unmatched. Yeah,
it's brilliant.
I've never seen anywhere like it before.
Absolutely, like even downstairs we were talking about something, and I said, like, like we don't stress over the little things.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? We never stress over the little things.
No, yeah.
And if you don't do that, you'll find that things run smooth.
Yeah.
And you can create the environment there where people can relax and enjoy it. And when that happens, then you get the best out of everybody, not just the players, coaches. Like we joked about the bus cancelling on you last week. Like you were out in Tallaght working on a camp last week, and the bus is cancelled, and you're trying to go back here. Like, I want you to know that that's okay. Don't be on that bus thinking, oh God, I'm panicking. I need to get there. What's the reception going to be like when I get there? It's a high five. And it's let's go. Let's go. Like it always is. You know what I mean?
So it should be, yeah.
Absolutely. And look, as you said, like, CNS is for everybody. And you've seen that on the other side now. So yourself, so obviously, like, we're going to get into our goalkeeping academy in a minute. But just in terms of yourself, your own experiences in football, like playing or coaching,
So, like, growing up, I was kind of on a team where there wasn't really a specific goalkeeper. It was kind of like, oh, you might have to jump in this week and then someone else jump in the next week. But then, like, the more times I started volunteering, I started to love it even more, you know what I mean? And then coming around to summer times when there was trials, I'd go down as a goalkeeper, say I was a goalkeeper, but I was also quite good with my feet, being an outfield player, so I enjoyed playing both. I just, like every kid nowadays, I just love playing football growing up, and that was my passion, football, and now I'm looking to give back. So I started my coaching journey now over the course of the last year and a half, let's say, and specifically goalkeeping coaching. I've seen that there's kind of a lack of it around, and obviously there's global lack and stuff like that. Everyone wants to be outfield or attacking coach, defending coach, stuff like that. But goalkeeping is very specific. There's one position on the pitch, so I'm trying to develop obviously my coaching skills, but I'm trying to impact young kids' lives that want to chase dreams of being a goalkeeper and stuff like that. So over the course of the year, I've been working with the goalkeeper coach in Joey's, which was Gary Corcoran. Learned a lot of him. Well, I originally started with being, like, I was a player being coached by him, but then the sessions just there was more goalkeepers coming in. They had such a great buzz and stuff like that. I started helping him, and I started coaching the young goalkeepers while he'd coached me. And that's kind of what I've seen other coaches is just take little bits off. Like, no one's a perfect coach, no one knows it all, so take little bits off people. And so I found that really beneficial with Gary. That kind of inspired me to start taking up a role of coaching a goalkeeper, if it's sub-goalkeeper, like a sub-group, a small group, or taking large groups. And then last year, Gary had the small side of goalkeepers, and I was in with him on a Tuesday, and Ian Fowler had the 11-side goalkeepers. Brilliant coach. Like, I learned so much from him. He's South Dublin there, he's the top man, you know what I mean? South Dublin, Wicklow, he's the man, you know what I mean? So I was like, he'd point out stuff to me, and then, so it's like I was a player getting coached off him, but it was from a coaching side, a coaching aspect, and little small things that goalkeepers do, little small habits that we can break and try and build and fix and stuff like that. So that was a great opportunity, and I took that, like, even if I was showing up and just picking up the cones, or if I was jumping in and leading the session, like, he gave me all sorts of opportunities. So I'm very thankful for both Gary and him, because like, they're just big inspirations to me. And so
well Gary, I mean, I've worked with Gary in the club here myself. Brilliant, lovely bloke. Ian, I know Ian almost, well, definitely all my adult life. I started working with him. I was a Wicklow manager under 13s county team. Probably 15, 16 years ago. Show me age now, Ste. But Ian became my assistant manager. Because I needed a goalkeeping coach. So we started running the team together, and he was doing the goalkeepers. And even back then, like, I would have played 1 or 2 matches with him. When I played for Glenview, he would have come in. Great goalkeeper. But then when I started working with him in a coaching environment, you could just see how good he was. So for you to have him as a mentor is huge. Like, his knowledge on the game is phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like, obviously he's gone on now and he's in the League of Ireland. And he has his own goalkeeping academy and stuff. And You know, he's a top bloke.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you're very, very lucky. Blessed with two good lads. But look, that's like everybody. Every young coach needs a good mentor.
Yeah.
And like for myself, even I spoke to a new coach that's coming into CNS the other day. He's the director of football in a club around here. I'll be announcing it now at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And when he spoke to me, it was about me mentoring him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, and me, I always say it, and Mick gets embarrassed when I say it outside to the kids, but Mick Brown is my mentor. Yeah. You know, it's so important in life
to have them.
To have figures that you can learn off.
Yeah. People that go with you through it.
Absolutely. Well. And I suppose that's what we are to the young players that we have around us as well. And that's what I always say to coaches, you have to remember that, you know, when you're working with young kids, you have to remember that you're a role model to them. Yeah. Maybe not a mentor, but you're a role model, and it's a similar kind of job spec. Yeah. You know, you're there to teach them, not just about football. Yeah. I love what you touched on earlier on about, you know, shaping young people's lives. Yeah. You know, some of the plans that we have later on in CNS are really going to start getting us to be able to impact that sort of aspect. That sort of it, yeah. Because I always think that our model was developing the player. Yeah. I sometimes want to change that to developing the person. Yeah, yeah. Because for me, that's what we're doing in CNS, and in any kind of environment like this, you're developing the person as well. Yeah. Like the amount of transferable skills that you learn. Yeah. Like your dedication. Yeah. Your commitment. Your punctuality. On time. Work rate. Right attitude. Yeah. All of them. Yeah. Like all of that. Like there's Wayne starting today. Yeah. Alright, he's starting in a football environment, but 80% of Wayne's work is not going to be on the pitch. Yeah. Alright, he's got it there now to set up for us. Yeah. You know, where we're in here, but a lot of it's going to be showing up on time. Yeah. Working hard. Yeah. Against the laptop. And behind the scenes stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know, stuff that, you know, might not be as glamorous as being out on the pitch. Yeah. But it has to be done. Absolutely. And for me, like I say, developing the person. Because that's what we're doing. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we'll create and help young football players. You know, we have done for many years in CNS. Like, you know, if you look at Lee Kavanagh now, he's just come back from Brighton. He's gone into Bowes. You know, James Forlong still over in Hull. You know what I mean? Now, you know, like there's loads of that have come through our program. Yeah. Goalkeepers, I bumped into Enda Minogue there up in the gym last week. A few weeks ago I was telling you. Crazy. I was up in the forest thinking about where we're going to develop this. Yeah. Thinking about how can Enda, you know, you can see playing in the league. Yeah. Yeah. And the next day I bump into him. And I start getting buzzing talking to him about this. He's actually doing something himself out in Knockline at the moment. Yeah. And I'm like, right, come on, we have to tie up. Yeah. You know, Steve's coming in. We've got to get you in. Yeah. We're going to be working with our goalkeepers on a Friday night in our academy. But we're also going to be setting up position-specific stuff on a Wednesday. Do you want to come in for that? Yeah. And he's all over, you know. Yeah. And like that's what I'm saying. You're shaping people's lives. You're making big impact on these people's lives. These small children. Yeah. But they grow up. I know, yeah. Again, just looking down at me. Yeah. You know, and I'm talking to him about it. And if I hadn't have been a good role model for him, he would not be where he is today. He wouldn't be where he is, but well, he might tell you something different. Yeah. He's had many good role models, but he wouldn't be coming back in here now. Yeah. So if I was I might be language, but if I wasn't that nice to him, and I bumped into him, it would have been like, how's that? That would have been it. Instead it was hugs and high fives and what are you doing? Oh, we're doing this. Oh, I want to be involved. So this stuff, this impact that we're talking about has a longer last than what we feel, what we know. And then when you're in with the team now, with the team with Mike and all, are you focusing on the goalkeepers? Is that your role? Not specifically, but in the sessions I do work with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because obviously Joey's run their own goalkeeping thing once a week, but once a week isn't that much. But still, in our own session, say we go for an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes, I won't take that full hour, 40 minutes off him because as a goalkeeper, me growing up, it's so beneficial jumping in them passing drills, them combination drills, wide attack and play, all that stuff you work on with, say, your outfielders, so beneficial as a keeper. But not just to be standing in the goal, saving shots, facing shots. It's getting your foot on the ball, dribbling, passing,
your game awareness, your game intelligence. It's so important because as a goalkeeper, you see the whole pitch. You need to instruct your back line, instruct your midfield. You need to, you're in control. Yeah. You need to be a leader as a goalkeeper. And that was one of my strengths, was being a leader, is talking, is when stuff goes wrong, taking responsibility or motivating your fellow teammates. And that's kind of a strength that I hope I can impact on these young kids, that hope I can help them develop it, because it's so important as a footballer to be leaders on the pitch.
And in life.
And in life, yeah.
I mean, like when you're saying that there, I'm like, wow, you know, and that's what we do. Like when how we act, people. I was reading Steve Salas's book last night. Steve was over a few weeks ago. And I bought his 2 books. And I've been reading his How Not to Be a Leadership Dickhead for the last couple of last week or so. I'm not the fastest reader. And one of he loves a one-liner. And one of them was, people see, people do. Like, I've heard that phrase before, but it's monkey see, monkey do or something. He says, and when I was reading last night, that popped in. I was like, wow, that's true. Like, so, like, absolutely. So, and when you're talking about having that quality in you, and I've got, for me, it's hard work. Me, I'm just and I always pride myself as a hard worker. And I always tell me players, you know, the one thing I really want is to really be able, really bring to the sessions is your hard work. Because anyone can work hard. It's just a choice. To be a leader, I suppose anybody can be a leader as well, but you can't just turn up one day and just decide you're going to be a leader. It takes time to develop.
Courage to build up.
Absolutely, all the trades that's required in it. Brilliant. So our goalkeeping academy. Excited?
Buzzing, over the moon. I can't wait to start, you know what I mean? And I'm really hoping that, I know the numbers might start off small, and but I'm really hoping to build it and make it one for the future. You know, I want to keep it involved. Like, it could be a couple of years time where you have two or three of us coaching it, you know what I mean? Absolutely. That's how big I want to build it. But starting off now soon in September, obviously you're going to have our 2 free sessions. And I'm just hoping that we can get faces down and show them what CNS is about, not just as a goalkeeping thing, but show them what CNS is about and really implement what we're looking to carry on here, you know what I mean? So, which is, obviously, I take the goalkeepers for the first half, then they jump in, and not only they jump in with the others, not only will it benefit the others as a player, and obviously they're facing shots, like you could be doing attacking play or whatever, but also the goalkeeper, because it's game realistic drills that the way we structure our sessions is that it's what warm up, technical, tactical game, you know what I mean? So that's like everything you're doing is you're building up more and more into a game like scenario. So then after they do their technical stuff with me, they're into their tactical practices and then they're finishing off with the game. So look, I'm excited, I can't wait, you know what I mean? I just want to grab it by the scruff of the neck, as they say, and make it my own and make it a CNS thing. So
and you are, you know what I mean, and you will, you know, and like even like as you say there, from an outfield player's perspective, because that's predominantly what CNS has always been. We set up an academy last year out in Bohemians when I would have been doing head of academy recruitment in Bowes. I set one up, an academy on Wednesdays, and we got Rob in. Rob was the head of goalkeeping in Bowes. So I kind of recruited him from Shamrock Rovers. And he came into Bowes, and it's a pity that you didn't get to work with Rob, because Rob was brilliant. Excellent. And again, just a good passion for it, good clear information. The top bloke. And basically the way we operated, which would be similar to what we're going to do out here, was Rob would take the goalkeepers, they would do their warm-ups, they do all their technical work. Obviously they worked off a curriculum. We tried to align the curriculum as close as we could to what the outfield players were doing. So for example, if we were doing attacking in wide areas, Rob was working on crossing. You know what I mean? Like, so there was a curriculum done, you know, so warm up, technical stuff, and then when we were getting into the little functions where the goalkeeper might have been required, we were able to bring goalkeepers in. So from an outfield player's perspective, because now you see we're out there and it's who wants to win goals, and you get the same hands.
The same hands all the time.
And then when I joke with the parents, I'm like, look, I'm not telling them to go in.
I know,
he's wanting to win, but the parents don't pay or don't bring the kids to CNS for them to be in goals all the time. So from an outfield perspective, I've asked a couple of the kids, and I've spoken to a few parents about this, and they're buzzing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is going to be deadly.
Yeah.
It's going to add so much professionalism to something that's already very professional.
Yeah.
And like to be able to come into them little practices, and then as you say, them matches at the end.
Yeah.
You know, crucial.
Yeah.
So like, you know, a normal goalkeeping session would probably be 45 minutes, hour.
Yeah.
You know, now the goalkeepers that come to us are going to have that extra added bonus that they're going to be able to do their own session and then come into another session.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, if I think about one of our goalkeepers arriving at the club, they'll come in, they'll go into their own dressing room with you.
Yeah.
You'll have it laid out.
I'll explain it. Yeah.
Like we do with the outfield players, but they'll be together.
Yeah.
They'll go out, they'll train themselves, they'll come in to wear stuff, and then they'll come back in, and they'll be debriefed. Sometimes with the guys, sometimes on their own.
Yeah.
Like we have all sorts of stuff planned in terms of video analysis, you know, getting into the detail of it, you know, getting out recording the sessions when the kids are working, you know, bringing it back in, giving them that one-on-one feedback, which would be so important. And when you speak about numbers, like we are going to have limited places. Like I know, like and this was where I used to be when I was setting things up. You'd be like, I just hope we get a few. You know, but trust me, we're gonna get a lot. You know, because we already have a great thing going. And it's already an amazing environment to go. Like, we've already had a couple of goalkeepers in with us.
Before.
So like even this time around on the Fridays. You know, so what we'll do is we'll look to bring in probably 10. As we spoke about, so 10 kids from under 8s to under 11s. So so there's 4 age groups. 10 places. And then we have 4 age groups in the next one, so we'll probably go for 10 as well. So you're only talking 20 goalkeepers. Split between 8 and kind of 14, 15. You know, so, and then as you say, then we can evolve it. But like when you think about them numbers, like, you know, they're small numbers for you to work with. And it'll give you that opportunity to be able to really be impactful at the beginning. You know, so it's exciting. Like, you know, it's really exciting. And then like we can get the likes of Enda and stuff like that to come in on the different days that we evolve into. But the Fridays are certainly going to be exciting. And they're going to add so much to a program that is, let's be honest, it's absolutely bouncing at the moment. You know, it's practically booked out. We're going to have to start taking a waiting list. It's going to kill me to put kids on a waiting list because I want kids to get in. But sure, look, what we're doing is we're going to set up our different days as well. So that's gonna help, so we don't turn kids away. But unfortunately, you only have so much space.
I know.
And if you overcrowd it, it dilutes the quality.
It does dilute the quality big time.
You know what I mean? Like, so, so it's exciting. And as you say, 2 free sessions in September. And then looking to really kind of start registering keepers up going into October. Is that what you're thinking?
Definitely.
Have them signed
up. I like to keep. Like what you were saying, stick to a curriculum. You know what I mean? So same keepers every week, then add the few in over time, they start getting familiar, because I just think that, like what you were saying, when it gets overcrowded, but it's also when keepers are dropping in and out, it's when it gets diluted, because you have to go back to go forward and stuff like that. So I like to keep the same group that I have and work with them constantly and build it from there. So,
absolutely. Because we see that in the summer now with the outfield players, because the holidays and stuff are coming up, and you're trying to work off your curriculum, but because the kids might be away for 3 weeks, they're missing a massive part of that curriculum. So a lot of the summer work that we've done is kind of been around transitional play. When you win it, when you lose it, and then also position specific work we've been doing. And once we get them back in now in September, it's focusing on the curriculum, and again, like that, you want that commitment. And I said to the kids outside the other day, you know, now that the summer time is over, it's about consistently showing up week in, week out. You know, you see the under-9s playing there the other night. You know, you're standing beside me when we're talking to the kids the other night, and you know, it's about them now showing up and being consistent. And then your curriculum works. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm excited, even see little things, like I'm excited to pick out a goalkeeping. Like we have a little goalkeeper, we have a little CNS kids, but I'm excited to sit down and pick out our goalkeeper. You know, that again, it's your baby, so it's going to be your decision. You're the one that's going to drive all that. So, so we're excited.
Can't wait.
Absolutely. Have you any message for a goalkeeper, or, you know, for any little goalkeepers out there that will be watching this? Like, you know, have you any inspirational words for them to come and Why would you come to CNS? Why, if you're a goalkeeper now, why would you come here?
I just think that it's a unique opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many extra training sessions offered about the South Dublin area, so it's unique, and with such the small group that we will have, it's specified to you, it's unique to you, it's catered to you, it's how you're going to improve, because no goalkeeper is the same outfield players, they all have strengths, opportunities to improve, all that stuff, so it's the small group will benefit you massively rather than training with 15, 20 goalkeepers, because then it's just so broad and it's messy or whatever. So look, all I'm saying is don't hesitate to join. You know what I mean? Test it out with your 2-3 sessions. I can nearly 100% guarantee you're going to enjoy it, because the community that we have and the academy that runs on a Friday night is just something special. You know what I mean?
I agree.
There's not many like it about, so can't wait to get going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Great to chat about it.
Pleasure.
Let's go and do our team. Fair play.